On the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's caught back into play. Exactly, Miller's just like trouble. He's left on second and change.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back again for this time the official launch of the summer season, and we're kicking off the summer season with round one at Pocono, the tricky triangle itself. I am James Parfitt, going to be joined in the booth by Kenton Sportak. We will give you a quick rundown of last season's results. We will have Alex Witt is your championship winner, with Andrew Williams in second and Dan Michel in third. Noel Jackowitz in fourth, and Jason Taylor got fifth, with Dylan Critz sixth, Andrew Jamel in seventh, Hunter Carlson eighth, Devon Collicott ninth, Nick Stockner in 10th. So those were the finishing positions this season, but we are kicking off at Pocono for the summer season, and there is the schedule on your screen as we speak at the moment. It is Pocono first. We're going to go with 75 laps, stage break at lap 30. The guys will have 4 sets of tyres and 100% fuel to go with on that one. Then we're going to go to Charlotte Oval on May 21st, Auto Club on 28th, Sonoma on June the 4th, road circuit, rough, Iowa on June the 11th, then Homestead, Miami, then Nashville Super Speedway, Chicago Street Circuit, Pocono Raceway again, Indianapolis Oval, Chicagoland Speedway, and Michigan International Speedway. So that will be your calendar for the next summer season. So for the next 12 weeks, that is where we will be. Let's bring Mr. Sportak in the booth, the man that knows it all. And if he doesn't know it, well, it's not worth knowing. But let's have a chat with him now. Welcome in, Kenton. How are you, bud?
Doing well. Sun was shining all day. No rain today, so yeah, absolutely feeling good.
No rain?
Yeah, we've had rain on and off the last like 4 days. Seemed like, usually at night, which was nice after everyone got to enjoy the sun, and then we get some rain, but didn't have rain yet today.
Good, well done for you. I almost thought you lived in the UK where it just rains every day. Said that, we had 4 days of summer this week. 4 days we had hot weather, and then guess what, it rained. I'm not sure what the weather is going to be tomorrow there as well. Pocono, now one of the few circuits that is not owned by NASCAR here or the Speedway Motorsports Company. You know, it's on its own, it's out there at the moment. What do we think of Pocono in general? Because it's not quite easy.
No, it's definitely not the easiest track out there. It's also very odd in the sense that most of the time, if we're looking at a 2.5 mile track, it's a super speedway. I mean, Daytona, Talladega, you're looking at around for that kind of distance. But obviously, as you can see, we're not on a very typical shape. The tricky triangle is what Pocono is nicknamed. It has 3 very distinct corners, each one modeled after a different track corner, if that makes any sense. So turn 1 is modeled after Trenton Speedway. Turn 2, or the tunnel turn, is Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and then turn 3 is named or modeled after the Milwaukee Mile. So you get very, very different corners, 3 different lengths of straightaways, and very different ways that you have to attack each corner. Obviously, turn 2 being one of the easier ones, you just kind of get down into the corner and take it. Turn 3 is a longer corner, so you have to be careful coming out of it because you need to have a fantastic exit, because that straightaway that you get out onto is the longest straightaway of the entire thing, and you want to be full force coming out of it so you gain as much time and don't lose any time. Turn 1 is different because you want to avoid going all the way down to the apron. It's very bumpy, can unsettle the car, cause you to go very quickly up to a very, very solid wall, which is never ideal in all reality. Most of the oval is about 60 to 100 feet wide, so there is lots of play. You've got lots of movement around. You can kind of work what you need to do around each car as you're trying to make passes, so that's at least nice. I know the last few tracks we've had have been pretty narrow and very thin and difficult to kind of make your way around, so this will be a nice change of pace for that.
Yeah, I think this... Now, although if you read, depending on what news outlet you read and where you get your information from, Wikipedia has this down as a super speedway. Now, me personally, I can't see that. I'm going to be on the understanding that they are going to be lifting, because you're going to go into turn 1, there's 40 degrees, turn 2's 8 degrees, turn 3 6 degrees. There's a lot of variation in the banking, and I can't see them be able to carry directly. Well, you can see on the bottom right hand corner of Devon Collicott's speed there as well. It doesn't carry speed all the way through. You know, you're very up and down. Are we thinking that they're going to be changing gears? What's the situation within the car for this circuit?
So in the car, yeah, the biggest thing is going to be you're hitting 5th gear on the main straightaway, so the start-finish line straightaway. Around the end of the pit wall is when you'll gear up into 5th gear for the final chunk of that straightaway. You will gear down in to 4th to get through turn 1, help with a little bit for braking. Engine braking is fantastic in most road series, so that's something that NASCARs have to get kind of used to. Downside for the Cup car compared to some of the older vehicles and some of the other NASCAR vehicles, so trucks and Infinity, is they don't like trail braking at all. You want to brake in as straight a line as you can and have basically no brake pressure as you make your way through the corner itself. So then where we are right now, going on to the second straightaway, in single car, if you're driving by yourself, completely alone, or in this case qualifying, you're basically going to avoid 5th gear coming through into turn 2. You won't have enough really to stay in 5th gear. It'll more slow you down than anything. If you're in a pack and have the draft, you might get up into 5th gear for a little bit and then have to drop down to 4th again. Then for the 3rd straight, you are going to stay in 4th gear through that corner, and then roughly around the end of pit wall, you'll see you want to gear up into 5th. Obviously, with him finishing that lap, there's no point for him to go all the way to 5th, but you would end up clicking into 5th and then using engine braking to kind of help you slow down going through there.
Okay, so in regards to lines, we generally talk about 2 lines. We might see the odd 3 if the overtake's being done. What do we think at Pocono? Because they're not surely going to be able to run 2 lines all the way around this circuit, are they? Surely single lines has got to be quicker than 2.
Single lines will be the more favored approach. If you're trying to make a pass, obviously it will become 2, but for the most part it will kind of turn into a little bit of follow the leader, or if you want to refer to it in road racing, you're going to have a DRS train. If you're talking formula, it's kind of going to be that for the most part. The big thing, and you can kind of see this with Dan Michael, he's a little close to that outside wall, and on this long straightaway, in all honesty, you actually kind of want to be a little bit further back. A little step out, just so you don't create wall draft and kind of disrupt the arrow that's coming over your car. It can slow you down a little bit, so being a touch more away from the wall than you typically would be is actually a little more beneficial in terms of actual speed down that straightaway. And like that front straight is going to be very big for when it comes to passing, things like that. Like I said, you want to have a fantastic exit out of 3. And that's going to require a lot of patience on the throttle, because you want your wheel as straight as possible. If you're throwing a ton of wheel input as you're coming out of turn 3, it's going to run a massive risk of you getting a ton of oversteer or loose and going into the wall, or just spinning out the back tires and going sideways.
Going into the wall, basically. Either way, you want to be careful.
Or into another car.
Or, or into another car, as well. Don't forget the poll's going to close very, very shortly, guys, as well. Get your votes in 1 to 4, 5 to 10, 11 to 20 in the caution state. What do we think is going to happen? But let's bring you up the grid after qualifying. It is Matthew Norberg out in front with Dan Michel in second, Andrew Williams in third, Jason Taylor in fourth, Devon Collicott in fifth with Clinton Holtman in sixth there. Alex Witt down in 7th, Nick Stockner 8th, Noel Jackowitz in 9th, Calvin Ross in 10th, Andrew Jamelin in 11th, and Cody Kern down in 12th. Brandon McLaughlin in 13th, Joshua Keefe in 14th, Andrew Burrell in 15th, Seth Pegg down in 16th, Andrew Almquist, the name we haven't seen for a while, in 17th, with Joshua Kuhn in 18th, Trenton Kibble 19th, Armin Brusso down in 20th, Rob Sizemore, Anthony Radel, Tom Kuhn and Greg Sherman finish off the final parts of the grid. So that is the grid situation here, Kenton. 24 cars going to tackle this tricky triangle. What do we think is going to be the caution count from your end?
I said 1 to 4. As much as it's a very difficult to fully grasp track because of how much space there just is on track, it makes life a little easier if you're trying to get around a car, and because you have that extra space to get around these cars, you don't have to be right up tucked beside them. You run a little less risk of that sideswipe or net code and things like that, and I think we're gonna have a little bit of a better one, especially after Darlington.
Oh,
that was a long one.
It was.
PTSD flashbacks on that guy.
Yeah, I almost had to stop for food and water. It was a very long evening of racing, and I think you've got to admit it was very, very interesting on that side of things. I think, as you know, it was long, but it was Darlington. That's kind of what we expected from Darlington, in the way that, we knew it was going to be a long one. We knew it was going to be one that obviously was something that they've got to take care on. And, well, it was just long, wasn't it? There was like 17 cautions or something. Is Pocono going to be the same? Is that what we're saying?
I think Pocono's going to be the opposite. I think they're going to have less issues. I think a combination of more track space to utilize, but at the same time, also, I feel like not necessarily having something to prove as drivers, but no one wants to deal with what we had last time. This is going to be a very, I think, a little different race. People are going to be a little bit cleaner, less issues, and there's just, like I said, there's more space. Darlington is pretty short of a track, and it has very awkward corners, but there's only the 4. They're all weird. They're all taken very differently, whereas this, every time you go in, it's the same style of corner. You don't have to stress that badly about how you take that corner. Whereas Darlington, one slight mess up of how you enter or exit, and you're into a wall or into the driver beside you. And the Darlington striping, less likely to really scrape the side of your car, so you aren't going to panic as much about getting close to the wall, just because it's a little easier to kind of deal with it at this point.
Well, here we go. We're going to find out what's going to happen at the JRS 75 here at Pocono, and we're into that go restart zone, and we are green. And at the moment, we're seeing 2 lines, which I'm quite surprised about. But then again, let's give them a lap and see how they settle in.
Yeah, I mean, off the start, everyone's going to be kind of that little bit of a jostle for position, trying to get yourself in a good spot. And I mean, like we've talked about being first coming through lap 1, as we can see Norberg gets a little bit loose and a little squirrely coming out of there, out of turn 1. But going into turn 1, turn 2, really your first 7 laps aren't really going to matter that much as to where you start, when it's more so where you are at the end of the
the race.
Stage break, there we go. That's when you're going to have to really kind of focus on positions and things like that. Right now, it's just making it there with, hopefully, your fast repair and just having yourself a solid drive.
Yeah, I think you might be right. What do you reckon on tyres on this track? We were probably Alex Witts is just going underneath Nick's Stockner there. Alex sported a new livery, Krispy Kreme machine this evening rather than his Bucky's one that we're used to. So Alex has got out and confused us all up here in the booth as well. Tyres, big deal, not a big deal. What do we think is going to happen?
It's not going to be as big of a deal because they are slowing down. You're not really hopping on the throttle instantaneously. It's a little bit more about patience and sort of allowing the car to kind of roll a lot more opposed to trying to drive the car through the corner. It will help with tire preservation. I'm just trying to remember. I know they had a recent update to tweaking some things, and I don't think this was a race that did get changed in terms of like tire usage. Oh no, they did open actually an extra tire, so there will be 4 sets of tires for this race, which will allow a little bit of extra choice if you want to, so you can have fresher tires for a little more of the race, which I guess can push a little harder, but I don't think it's not going to be as drastically difficult as Arlington was, where after 10-15 laps you were already 10-15% of your tire.
Yep. Unfortunately, I didn't get any driving done in Darlington. I do plan on attacking with Wilkesboro tomorrow in the trucks. Unfortunately, the Xfinities are at Road Atlanta. Road America. I'm not entirely sure I want to try that one because, yes, I'm a lover of NASCARs at road circuits. As Jason Taylor nearly ends up going down into the pits after contact with Clinton Holtman. Dan Michelle still out in front with Andrew Williams closing in behind. We've got a pack going further down as well. That's the 41 of Jason Taylor dropping down the order. They are very much, if we go on up above and have a look, they are still sort of, they're fairly spread out. They're not quite as liney, single file as what I thought they would generally be.
Yeah, it's going to be, like I said, mostly single file. You'll start, as you can see, the front groups. At least 3 or 4. So it just depends which line you decide to try and take. The more inside you decide to go, the closer the apron you decide to go. The more you has a lot more speed that they're able to carry. But you can see like Matthew Norberg's front left side there is already all banged up. It looks like Seth Pegg in the Aldi car, a little bit extra banging on that front right, left corner, right, his front right, of the car there. So it's one of those things. It kind of just depends on how you take that corner. Obviously, avoiding the wall is number one.
I would put that down to being that. Yes, I think avoiding the wall in general is probably most of the things. The thing is, for me, obviously we did the European series where the guys tackled that tricky triangle at Pocono. To be fair, and a big shout out to them, they went green without any cautions, and I think it can be done. It just sometimes depends on what the driver's mentality is in front of how hard they want to push it, how hard they want to try and make their way back through. What's the situation? Are we bordering a line before Jason Taylor, Andrew and the clubman? We are. Taylor backs out, goes, well, I don't think he had much of a choice on that one. I believe there might have been contact and then slots back in again as well. Are we expecting these guys to really cause themselves any issues? Because surely when you're on Pocono and you are running Pocono, surely every issue will only come for yourself if you hit a wall or whatever in that context.
For the most part, yes. I think the biggest thing is just going to be, like we've seen Jason Taylor take a different line than pretty much everybody else into most of these corners. He kind of, almost not dive bombs them, but kind of turns very aggressively and very early. whereas most of the other ones are kind of rolling their way through. So he's trying to push that car a little bit more, and he can. But we saw what happened. He got a little loose coming out, had to drop almost all the way down to the apron, and it cost him at least 2 positions. It looked like, as he was actually making his way past McLaughlin and Burrell, but wasn't quite able to do it. Now he's behind over. So there definitely can be opportunities. You just really do, as we see. So this is going to be not a safety car because maybe. Okay, apparently not. That's a whole thing. There's always supposed to be, if there's 2 cars involved, that looked like one. I'll have to ask Russo about that, on to who called to have that one called, because it's only supposed to be if there's 2 cars. This is what we've been told. But it looked like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed contact with Dan Michel up ahead, as it looks like Dan Michel has actually dropped a couple positions as well, as he's now in P3.
There was a little bit of a hip check there, but technically you're still only going forward your own, aren't you?
I guess so. I don't really know. Obviously, I guess if there's contact and it wasn't caused by a second car, so that will count. But I think that one could have gone by without the flag.
I agree.
That's why I'm not in charge.
Neither am I. Welcome in, Peggles. This will potentially be hell. I hope not. Angie Kimmel, Go Trent and Alex and Peg, and the Jedi Messiah. Bang Bang Jedi Gang with Brad Young. Lego Farts. Where are you this evening, Mr. Young? Where is my Spain hour contingency of you, TJ, on the racetrack, and then Lydia, Nan, Mum, Dad, all in YouTube chat. And Wizard, the triumphant return of Sizemore, they ain't ready for him. Well, at the moment, I can tell you, currently, Rod Sizemore is down in 18th place, up 3 places from where he started. So we'll have to see on that one. Armor Brusso sporting a new Michigan livery. Is he just doing the countries, cities of the USA here?
I think that's the Michigan college.
I don't know.
I think so. It's a shot at Michigan. It looks like Slow Children on there. I think it's a shot at Michigan football. That's the Michigan. I think that's the Wolverines, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Michigan Wolverines football. Is that? Yeah, that's their logo. I didn't see what it said on the side of his car, but if I remember correctly, my team is also... Let me just gonna double check, because I know I have... it's here. My college team that I cheer for also is a little bit of a rival of Michigan, so I approve of the choice.
Good.
If it's making fun of it. If it's on the side, then I hope he crashes.
I can't answer that question, guys. To be blatantly honest, that's way above my pay grade as such as well. Don't forget, guys, as well, the weekend schedule is out for the Pocono weekend. If you want to get yourselves involved, July 12th to the 14th. On the Thursday, you will be able to register for camping, and the gates open July 12th. You'll have the Truck Series practice, Truck Series qualifying, driver introductions, and then the CRC Brackling 175 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Race will be 70 laps or 175 miles. That would be at 5:30 on a Saturday. On the Friday, sorry. And then on the Saturday as well, you got the Xfinity practice qualifying, then the Cups practice, Cups qualifying, and then you got the Xfinity race in the evening at 3 p.m, 90 laps there or 225 miles. And then on the Sunday, the parking lots opens at 6 a.m, Grandstand gates open at 8 a.m, 2 p.m. for the NASCAR Cup Series driver introductions, and then at 2:30 you've got the NASCAR Cup Series race of 160 laps or 400 miles. So that's your NASCAR weekend of July 12th and 14th at Pocono, guys. If you want to get yourself involved, head over to PoconoRaceway.com/NASCAR weekend schedule.html, and and you will find all your information. Tickets can be bought online as well. So there we go. That's my little brief advert for Pocono.
Nice.
I know.
Who doesn't love Pocono?
Well, I don't really know. I don't know, to be fair. I don't know if I love this track. I definitely don't. I know that. I can't sit here and justify sitting back thinking, But then again, I suppose some might like the layout of it. I'm not a lover of a triangled oval. I don't think it works. I don't know. Just saying.
It's different. It gives itself a little bit of a feel to the race, and I mean, hey, it's that's what they were going for, is to try and make it different, yet using corners that are all from somewhere else, so different, the same. I mean, shouldn't be too surprising from the American side of things. I mean, Coda has like 5 different F1 courses all slapped together into one, so it's their thing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that one. Yeah, Coda is a wonderful thing. So there we go, but we are going to be back up and running. We are going to be green. Alex Witt leads us away with Clinton Holtman, Dan Michelle in second, Cody Kern in there as well. There's a brief little stutter going on with the timing tower, but it is Witt, Holtman, Dan Michelle, Cody Kern all in the mix, 2 wide as well. Back here with Devon Collicott and Cody Kern, as we've got Nick Stockner closing up behind. So 23's in the wall.
Few cars in the wall.
Caution number 2. On lap 11. We'll try and decipher now. That seems quite... now, the question is whether or not we went up into Stockner. Because Stockner's on the outside, right?
Actually, I think Dan comes up onto the front end of Cody Kern there, and Cody has at that point nowhere to go, and he's 100% along for the ride. And then, I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, if you look before that,
yeah, just
2 cars involved. I think that's Hadel, Trenton Kimmel, one of the Joshua Kuhn and
Tom
Greg
Kuhn,
Sherman, I think.
Yeah, Tom Kuhn, Cody Kern, all there really. There's the initial part of it. If you go back,
I think Dan comes up just a little bit on him.
But there's no gap there, really, is there?
No, like he's kind of in a spot, and then I think Cody tries to get up and then realizes he can't, and unfortunately just kind of runs out of real estate above him, in front of him, and just really had nowhere to move. And unfortunately for him and Stockner, he tried to fill a space that already had a vehicle in it, and that's usually not going to end well.
Yeah, usually not. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have our weekly chat with Mr. Armin Brusso, who I believe may have been mid-conversation with somebody else at that moment. Armin, welcome in, buddy. How are you?
Hi.
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 How's it going?
I'm alright. Just kind of vibing around the track.
What's the livery about this week?
Huh?
What is the livery about this week?
It's about my favorite college, the University of Michigan. They won the national championship this year.
Ah, so
Notre Dame's better.
Sorry, Kenton.
I said Notre Dame is better.
They're factually not, though. They haven't won anything in almost 40 years.
Both have 12 national championships, though.
Yeah, but what have you done for me recently?
Until this year, Michigan hadn't done squat.
But we still did.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, eventually we had to give you one.
Yeah.
Finished, gentlemen? You're finished? Good. I'm 2 cautions in, lap 11 already. What do we think the situation is going to be?
I mean, hopefully with the new penalty system, people cut it out because I'm not taking prisoners anymore.
Yeah, you're not.
Nope, I'm not. No more Mr. Nice Guy anymore. Like, it's gonna get ugly out here. That everybody wanted a penalty system, so that's what we're getting now. Now they need to prove that they can be grown men and race with respect.
Where did that all materialize from? Because that's something that's been brought in recently, right?
Yeah, I mean, I designed it last week because everybody in my end of season forum said they wanted me to be harsher with penalties, so that everybody asked for this, so I'd be careful what you ask for, I guess. I don't know.
Well, yeah, okay, so we'll see how that one works out here as well. Obviously, are you the final judge, adjudicator, lawyer, the whole kit and caboodle?
I mean, yeah, I like to think I'm pretty unbiased, so I don't really have anybody else to do it right now, so I have to sacrifice my free time and do it.
Okay, and one final word before we let you go. Will you be issuing a penalty to yourself if you need to?
Yeah, I did today.
You did?
I gave myself an EOL because I wrecked Terry going into pit lane last week.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough then. That's not something...
I'm not above the law.
You are the law.
How long until James gets his first penalty?
And if you read the rundown from Darlington, I assessed myself a fake penalty point as an example. Because I should have gotten a penalty point.
I saw that.
I did.
Kenton, can you not encourage Armand to give me a bloody penalty? I haven't even done anything wrong yet.
That's why I said yet. I said how long until James gets his first penalty?
Oh.
I don't know if I can give people who aren't in the race a penalty, but it'll be something I'll look into.
Oh, great. Cheers for that.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I bet you are. Right, Mr. Brewster, we're going to let you go, buddy. Have a good one. You're going green this time around, man. Take care. Let's see how you get on.
Have a good night. Thanks, guys.
Really? Encouraging him to give me a penalty?
I'm just saying there's a good chance it's going to happen at some point. Because a driver will make a I don't want to say foolish decision, but a unwise decision, and James will be unhappy about it, and it'll happen. It'll happen.
I'd like to think I wouldn't do that, but there was a lot of penalties handed out from Darlington. I was just reading through the list.
Oh my God,
loads. Right, so we kind of have time to go all the way through them, guys, as well, into the go restart zone. We're going to get this up and running. Lap 14 of 75. Alex Witt's going to lead us away, and once more we are green. Pocono, Alex Witt gets the jump with Clint Holtman. Nick Stockner, you're 1, 2, 3. Collicott just trying to make moves under Stockner. Norberg's in there once again. Andrew Jamalin is in there, or Andrew Almquist. Andrew Williams, oh blimey, the 3 Triple A's are there as well. Jamalin, Almquist and Williams all in 6th, 7th and 8th place there. That's not too confusing at all.
No, and you also have, isn't it, what's Burrell? I'm
Andrew.
blanking on what his first name is.
They're all
Andrew,
in line.
yeah. So
They're
we have
literally all in line.
Our quad. Yeah, the whole Andrew.
Yeah, the whole Drew.
The Andrew crew.
They are all on your screen right now. There we go. And Andrew
the whole
Almquist.
Andrew crew.
Yeah, we got Jamalin, Burrow, Williams, and Almquist there as well. So lots of Andrews here as well. You know what I mean? We could have Brad's Mountain Dew livery on each of them.
Yes.
Couldn't we?
Yeah, exactly. You could, and still have more Mountain Dews available.
Exactly, for other people. You can see the clusters in the middle there, guys, as well. Dan Michelle is in there and currently running alongside Jackets in front end, of course, the 2 Breakfast Club Racer boys there. Seth Pegg's found himself up in 15th at the moment. I say found himself. I don't know if he was obviously how Seth felt about this racetrack, but he did say it wasn't going to go well. It could potentially be a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, as he gets a little squirrely, commentator's curse, it's a thing. He's rocking the Audi livery for today.
Yes, he put
It's
on...
livery per race.
He did. He put out on the social media. Should I continue with my 36 race livery change, or do I just revert back to one livery? And I duly responded and said I'd be very disappointed if you did revert back to one livery. So I'm glad that he hasn't. Audis obviously are available. Walmart, Morrison's, Tesco's, as though if you're in the UK. Lidl's, Audis. I don't know what else you got in America. So there we go. That's all the ones in.
If I didn't know what it was, I actually had to Google it.
You had to Google.
We don't have them in Canada.
You had to Google what Audi was.
Audi? Yeah, we don't have them in Canada. I'd never heard of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in the US, but not Canada, which is weird.
Well, not really.
Yeah.
Not really, if you think
Who
about
knew?
it as well. Who knew? Oh, and that one as these guys continue to go along. Atlas Tricky Triangle puffs the smoke from the back there as people were tagging the wall. Seth has ended up somehow down there randomly, unless he did actually hit the wall, of course. I want to look at it.
Brendan Kimmel with the Pringles?
No,
Circle K.
The new livery there as well.
It's E-Rocky.
Keep feathering it, brother. That's what it says.
Uh-huh.
Your mum says. Sometimes it's best not ask. I just like the look of it. I'm trying to say, oh, that was Brusso. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Mr. Brusso. See, that makes it wonder why, obviously, the solo spin earlier on from Williams was cool, but that wasn't. And also, Stockner's in the pits, which I find a little bit confusing early on here, because it's quite early on lap 19 that Stockner is in the pit lane. So there we go. Devon Collicott just chasing down now. He's just got past Andrew Williams. He's on the front foot trying to get hold of Matthew Norberg and Alex Witt and Clint Holterman, who are still out in front. Clint in that 22 Miller Lite machine, Alex Witt in that Krispy Kreme green machine here, battling away at the front two at the moment.
Yeah, he's having himself a nice little race, doing what he needs to do, just staying out of trouble. Like we talked about, the first bit really doesn't actually the first bit doesn't really mean that's where you're going to finish. So you just got to be smart with how you're going and stay out of trouble. And so far, that's what he's doing. Did find out. So the Your Mom's House is actually a podcast put on by a husband and wife comedian duo, Tom Segura and Christina. I cannot pronounce that last name. There's 2 Z's in it, and already I'm lost. And so the keep feathering it is apparently he says always, like, it's a video clip, and the guy just keeps saying keep feathering it, brother. So that's his thing. So that's what that's about, apparently.
All right, okay.
Google, it's fantastic.
It is a wonderful machine. Calvin Ross is finding him down. He's swim fast, eat bass. Oh, bass.
It's a fish.
Fish, yes.
Yeah, the fish.
I'm aware of what it is. I'm not completely UK orientated where I know nothing. The bass of livery, they should behave. Cody Kern is in there as well, sitting currently down in 11th place. He's got Ross and Kuhn and Almquist and Anthony Radel behind that. Seth Pegg is finding himself down in 17th at the moment. Tom Kuhn, Josh Keefe and Jason Taylor has not had a second part of this run well here. He's finding himself all the way down in 22nd. Mr. Brusso is down in 23rd, and Nick Stockner is currently only 1 lap down in 24th. Norberg is running side by side with Collicott here as we go into 21 of 75.
Yeah, I'm very curious as to what Stockner needed or why he hopped into the pits there.
I don't know, but Mr. Spainhour, why are you not on track? Pat Zitsky.
There you go. Okay.
Pat Zitsky.
That's his wife's name. The wife's last name. Yeah.
Where did you find 2 Zs? There's only one there.
No, that's how you pronounce it. The actual spelling is the actual spelling is P-A-Z-S-I-T-Z-K-Y.
Okay.
So that's why there is 2 Z's in her name. It's just apparently not pronounced as both.
Okie dokie. Alright, we'll get back on to the racing after discussing Patsy Keys. It sounds like I'm talking about piano, wasn't it? We know about Colin Carp, Williams and Jamie side by side. Currently for Williams and Colin Carp, Brandon McLaughlin tucked in. Williams still sporting his Chick Hicks liveried machine. Kachiga. As these guys continue to fight it out at this tricky triangle here as well. Pocono, for me, it just, I don't know. It's almost like it's bringing, it's trying to bring something different, but when they're on sort of this state of where they are, just consolidation and trying to keep it out of the wall, you know, it just seems very meh, bland.
I mean, yeah, it almost is like they did something different for the sake of doing something different, but it really didn't actually change a ton. It kind of becomes what a lot of street circuits in F1 and how they keep throwing more and more street circuits at it, and it's like, well, those are not as exciting races. But we'll see. I mean, I feel like Spainhour kind of agrees with you and not really liking Pocono, as it seems like that's the reason he's not here. So
fair one, Terry, to be blatantly honest with you, mate.
That's fair. I did my first oval race in a while, like a couple days ago, last week. I did the 87s at Daytona and didn't die, which is more amazing. Also, those cars are awful to drive. Tire wear is ridiculously insane, and you are struggling with the car being loose after like 6 laps of I think it was like a 50-lap race. But I ended up actually started 11th and finished 9th.
Nice, well done for you. I was just watching.
Gained I rating and safety rating, so.
Ooh,
I'm thinking.
Yeah. I was just watching Andrew Chamberlain, and they almost looked to making a move on Brandon McLaughlin, didn't quite get it done. We haven't spoke. One of the things that we touch on regularly here as well is the draft. What do you think? How big of a fact is this draft going to play a part at this circuit?
It'll have a decent effect, mainly on the first and second straight. They are much longer. The main straight, which we are just going on to right now, is 3,740 feet. The second straightaway, which is the one we'll come to after turn 1, is 3,055 feet, whereas the one where you can see the 24, person in 24th right now, just coming off of, so coming out of turn 2 there is only 1,700 feet, so about 2,000 feet less than the main straightaway. So first straightaway and the second straightaway are going to be much more important for draft. You can really utilize the draft a little more. The back straight, or that last sort of straightaway that we're coming on to now, the draft is really not going to have much of a play, just you can barely even get up to speed at that point. So it definitely is going to be advantageous to utilize it. It just won't be advantageous the entire lap, unlike other normal super speedways. I still don't know how this is super speedway, but I'm not in charge of naming that either.
No, I just wondered, that was all, because it wasn't officially, it's coming under a super speedway situation, but yet the banking isn't high enough. It's a weird triangle shape, and it just does not lend itself to the way a super speedway, in my eyes, would generally work here either. So we'll jump on board with Andrew Chamberlain as he's chasing down Noel Jackowitz, and Andrew Williams is looking at trying to get up the inside. Nothing doing on turns 2. Is he going to be able to try it on the inside of 3? He's got a massive amount of overspeed. He probably could have done. Didn't like dipping his nose in there, did Andrew Chamberlain. So backed out and run and survived another day.
Yeah, and I mean, that straightaway into turn 3, you can get a good run. It's hard to make a pass going into that corner. You'd rather do it into turn 1. I could see him try and make kind of take a look and see if he's going to. Yeah, so he didn't quite commit, but he's going to look like he's going to try and set up a good exit out of turn 1 here, and unfortunately didn't quite have the speed coming out of turn 1. But yeah, it's a tough track to try and make passes if you don't have anyone really there to kind of utilize some form of a draft in going down that front stretch. It just makes it that much trickier to try and make that pass.
Yeah, I think the circuit itself, if somebody's hugging the inside, you've definitely got to look at trying to run that outside line. The problem is they're going to drift up from that inside, therefore almost at times squashing you against the inside wall. So it's a kind of a playoff. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? As we're going on one lap before stage here, Clint Holtman is looking at taking the stage win. It was 30, was it? Yes, lap 30, I was right. As he's here, so stage win, if he does get there, will be Clint Holtman as they're coming into turn 2 here, Kenton. But you've got to be careful trying to go around the outside, just in case, obviously, you end up being stuck, in the wall from the guy on the inside, right?
Yeah, it makes it a little tougher, and the unfortunate, like I said, with this track, it is kind of follow the leader. Like you will have a hard time really trying to make a pass here. That it's one of those things where you kind of just you sort of get stuck into where you are, and it kind of almost reminds me a little bit of basically, I can't even remember what track it is now off the top of my head, but you're gonna make your passes unfortunately in pit lane on Monaco. That's where it is. It's kind of like Monaco. You're not making passes on the track, really. It's going to be strategy and pit stops. That's where 90% of passing is going to happen here. And I mean, we've seen that. There hasn't been, typically we hop in and we're like, oh, this person's up, 15. This person's up 12. I think the most someone is up is 8. 8 positions. Brendan McLaughlin and Greg Sherman was up 8, but now he's down to being up only 6. So it's like you're up 8 spots is the highest gainer so far in a NASCAR race that's had 2 actual cautions. Yeah. That's not very common. Like you'd expect more than that. So it's unfortunate, but it's a race, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Let's have a chat with Clint Holtman, your stage 1 winner. Clint, welcome into the booth. Congratulations on your stage victory, dear sir. How are you?
Good. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much, mate. I'm sitting here watching you lot drive around a triangle, which doesn't really go well. But look, how is it out there?
It's really good. This setup is a lot more to what I kind of like. It's pretty loose. Kind of got to manage the throttle a lot. Definitely tricky out of the corners. Not making sure not to drift off the corners. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun out here.
Leading the way as well. Where do you think you're going to become the end? Do you hope to be where you are now?
I sure hope I'm still in the front at the end. That's definitely the goal. Me and Witz though, we're basically trading exact same lap times. So it's going to be tough to beat him. Just going to have to try and get a good pit stop here and try and stay in front of him for this last stint, for the rest of the race here. So.
Okay, bud. Well, we'll let you go before you have to try and talk to me and jump into the pit set. But good luck. Let's see how you get on. And I'll pop you back down with the orange wheel, boys.
All right. Thank you.
Take care. He seems optimistic and happy, doesn't he? He's taking a stage win. He's just got to nail this pit stop. As you can see, the race is on in the pit lane here as well. There's pretty much all of the cars except Seth Pegg. What is Seth up to now?
I think he's trying to get his lap back.
Okay.
I don't know otherwise.
No, I don't know either. Right, everybody is in. Let's see where the race for pit lane takes us.
Oh! I think Norberg overshot it.
Yep.
Yeah, so did Michelle.
It's
He
not even
overshot it horribly.
Yep.
It's going to be a bad time.
Yep, it is. 4 tyres going on. Who's going to be coming out? It is going to be Holman's going to get the race on pit lane with Alex Witt there. Devon Collicott does some jumping up. He's gone in third as well. Dan Michaels still going on here. And unfortunately for Dan, that was a bad pit entry.
Yeah, that's... typically you want to avoid the the inside wall where your entire pit crew is. They tend to be standing right there, so that's not ideal. Obviously, with us having virtual pit stop people, that you can hit them and it won't do anything. But yeah, in real life, you kind of want to avoid that inside wall, as one of your tire carrier might not feel so happy about it, or the jackman and all those things. I will say, pit stops in NASCAR are more entertaining to watch than in F1.
Yeah, they're more dangerous.
Not even so much the danger, just the absolute talent they have. Because, like, with F1, it's what, you have 16 pit crew? Like, members? You have 16 crew members in a pit stop. Like, there's 2 that are just there to hold the car stable. Like, that's their whole job. There's one there who's meant to just stand there with a jack in case the first one fails. Like, there's just so many people there that it's impressive at how fast and efficient they are. But it's like the fact that you have a jackman in NASCAR who has to run to one side, slap it under, hit it perfectly, jack up the car in one swoop, and then drop it, run around to the other side and do it again. Not to even mention the guy that has to run with 2 sets of tires, drop one off, drop to another one, replace that one, roll one over, and like I think it's incredible. Absolutely fantastic to watch.
Yeah, I do as well. I do not envy the guys at the front who jump the wall early though and try and get into position. That literally does not do it for me. That's a moment where I sit back and go, no, definitely not for me.
You don't want to play chicken with a a couple thousand-pound car?
No.
What do you mean? It seems like a good old time. Doesn't. It seems terrible.
No,
it's a very bad time.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, not an ideal scenario. Not an ideal scenario. It's not something that I'd want to get involved in. Cool shot for pit stops. Thanks, mate. I'm on it today, considering it's 10 to 2 in the morning. And I've got my coffee going, and I've got my bottle of juice just to finish me off as well. No cereal this evening. I had that before I come on. So,
there you go.
Yeah, I can't sit here and eat. It'd be terrible. You know what I mean?
I'm having a liquid meal.
Oh, which beer are you drinking?
Guinness.
Oh, lovely.
So actually almost like a liquid meal.
Literally. Like you will see revolutionary in the morning in its very solid state. So there we go. Right, let's get this up and running here again. End of the stage break is done. The Geico restart zone's on the right hand side of your screen. And Seth Bag's going to lead us away. And we are green. Seth's going to like that Guinness that you're drinking here, because he did not pit and he's sitting there in first place, pitting on lap 9.
Yeah, curious decision making out of he just wants. I don't think we do points for leading a lap, although he's not going to lead a lap, it looks like. So, okay, interesting choice by Seth Pegg. Oh, maybe he's just taking advantage of it. He knew there was going to be one right away, apparently. I'm going to slip in now and get things fixed. Who knows? Though curious what happened there.
I'll tell you.
I saw one car. I don't think it loaded for me, the second car.
There was not a second car.
Oh, well, what the heck happened? He came off of that corner hard. That snapped directly left.
There's literally nothing there. It was all Keith on his own. He just There's not even contact there with Jamie in behind. He just
got real loose. Here's why that caution came.
There's nothing else after that. Everybody gets away clean. Not entirely sure. But unfortunately...
Weird.
Weird. There we go. So, right. We should see Peggles come in to the pits. And hopefully this time he will come into the pits, because I think he probably really does need to.
Yeah, I would assume so based on how those tires looked. And by that I mean not well. Those were pretty ugly. Like that was very quickly taken over. Yeah, I'm very curious on that one. If that decision will come back to kind of haunt him of not going in.
Well, we're gonna find out. Here as well, but let's see if Seth does dive into the pits this time around. Surely you've got to. He might as well take a free pit stop, dear sir, and he has gone into pit lane there as well. So there is Seth. He's going to drop probably to the back end of the field now, but he's not really lost anything because he gets to have a free pit stop. I got Armin Brusso in the booth, all of a sudden jumped in and invited himself in. Good evening, Mr. Brusso, again. How are you?
Hi, just a heads up. I'm not throwing these yellows. This is iRacing that throw those yellows. I will have no blasphemy about me being the bad guy.
I didn't say names.
It's iRacing doing it, alright?
I said no names. All I said was that was weird that there's normally 2 cars have to be involved. That's all I said.
I wish iRacing followed my rules too.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish iRacing followed any rules.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Alright, I'll leave you guys alone. Letting you know. Hi.
Oh dear me, such a professional outfit here on the JPB YouTube channel. We have the league owner jumping in and just telling us that it wasn't him who was throwing yellows. So no blasphemy this evening either. Armin Brusso just coming in, telling us that it wasn't him who threw them yellows.
That's fair. That makes actually a lot more sense because, yeah, a couple of them have been very question marks, but that makes sense. Okay, so iRacing's throwing the yellows. Yeah, that's going to be one of those things. And we did get a nice shot of Seth Pegg's Mustang pulling into the pit lane, and all I'm going to mention is I'm very excited for season 3 of iRacing and the new Mustang that's might be coming.
Do you know what? I give up. I literally give up. Do we really need any more GT3s in a game where we've already got 12 or 10 or however many? It's like, here, we're going to have $14.95 off you, but hey, let's just bring you another one to give us more $14.95s. It's like, you're joking. I'd give you $14.95 if you just sat there and reworked the TCRs to actually make them worth having. You know what I mean? Like, I give up. Here's another GT3, but we're American-based, and we've got to bring you the GT3 of the Corvette and the Mustang. But hey, we're going to not worry about TCRs because, you know, who needs TCRs anyway? Nobody, of course. Apparently not.
There was no mention that they weren't fixing the TCRs. They just aren't adding a new TCR.
They're not doing anything to the... You've got to add the TCRs to keep them up to spec. You've got to literally get rid of all 3 of them to bring them up to spec of what the modern-day TCRs is. And that's their question. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. There's so many other cars on there that need reworking, and we don't need a GT3 a season after a season after a season after a season. It's continuous. It is driving me absolutely crazy. We bring you a Porsche, but hey, here's another one. We'll give you a new Ferrari, but there's another one 2 seasons later. Now we're going to bring you out an Audi Evo, but that Audi Evo is also 2 years old as well, so you're already behind on the new shape of the Audi Evo. But here's another one. You know what I mean?
To be fair, at least the Mustang and Corvette are this year. They're current.
Well, there you go.
And the Ford Mustang is replacing a hilariously out of date Ford Mustang or Ford GT. I want to say, when did this one even come out? I don't even remember. But the Ford GT they have is out of date. No one drives it.
They got the Ford GT, but it's just I don't want any more.
So that one's just replacing.
The best thing on the announcement was the fact that they're going to look at the truck dynamics and work out how to get it right. Well, you know, they're going to give us new bodies. Well, that's great, but I'm sure since the cars have been released and since the cars are going to be released, you're changing a body but still sticking it on an old chassis or an old thing. But let's get this back up and running before I rant anymore and end up with a letter of disqualification for iRacing or something here as well. But Alex Witt is going to lead us in the mix. Devon Collicott, there was a big mover at the back there as well. I saw at the base of my screen somebody went absolutely back crazy and tried to move forward. I can't quite work out where that came from, but somebody had a big old jump right at the start as well, was making moves. But Witt is going to lead us away. Clinton Holman, Devon Collicott, Matthew Norberg and Calvin Ross. There's somebody in the wall. That's going to be a yellow.
It is going to be the yellow. I mean, the nice thing, we're also getting a new oval track. Ooh, that was a big shunt in the back.
Great.
Brenton Kimmel.
I did see another new track on there as well, but I'd also realised that why bring a track that's known to people when we can just bring me a track that nobody has ever known before in their life. So there we go. It just confuses me.
There's three. What is it? There's three tracks coming. One is going to be just free off the bat.
And what is that called?
The Liberian mountain range in Spain. Circuito de Navarro.
Ever heard of that one before?
Navarra. Sorry?
Have you heard of that one before?
It's known for F4 Spanish Championships, 24-hour series, and British Superbike, oddly enough.
All right, let me ask you a question. Have you heard of Thruxton?
No, I haven't heard it either.
Or Croft?
Nope.
Right, and I'm really not. I can't really help you anymore, unfortunately, on that one.
No, I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm new to racing in motorsports. But I can tell you about track.
This is the thing. The fastest track in the UK is Thruxton, and yet we still haven't got it. But yeah, I'm going to end up with a mountain range track from the middle of somewhere that's never anybody's.
We're getting another German track too.
Great. Where's that? What's it called?
Sachsenring.
Ever heard of it?
No, but it was made in 1927. It's like over 100 years old.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of cool, or almost 100 years old. Like, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
The one I'm actually really interested in is the new oval track. I think that one will be interesting.
Where is it?
Oswego Speedway. It's in just outside of Lake Ontario.
No idea.
So Lake Ontario is between Canada and the U.S. It's like right in that area.
Oh, okay.
There's 4 lakes: Lake Superior, Lake Ontario, a couple of Lake Erie. Can't remember the other one for some reason.
Right. Okay.
Either way, but it's been a request of racers and staff who visit the track for quite a while apparently, but it's known for dirt and pavement, so one of those kind of style ones.
Right.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be absolutely amazing as well. Looking forward to it.
But yes, I agree. They need to have some other tracks that are
known. There's not even F1 tracks in it. Whack Monaco in there. Hell, I hate Monaco. It's boring. I literally would sit down.
You can't scan it.
I would rather sit and watch paint dry. But put that in there. Or put something off the F1 circuit that we are actually aware of that can actually be used with an F1 car that we've got in here. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, they have Coda.
Coda.
They have Coda, the Hungarian.
Look on the F1 calendar. Do we have Saudi Arabia?
I guess they could do one of those tracks. The issue would be getting out there to scan it.
Well, this is the thing. You're bringing us series with non-related circuits. The W13 series does not, for F1 doesn't go to the likes of Watkins Glen. It doesn't go. I'm not saying it won't in the future, but I'm just saying if you are going to make a series, make it realistic. Give me, stop giving me a random track in the middle of Germany that I've never heard of before in my whole entire life, or a Spanish mountain range circuit that's just nobody even asked for or wanted. Give me the likes of Dubai. Give me the likes of Singapore. Give me other things that are easy to go and give me them. And I will be a happy man. I will sit there and drive the blinking W13 if I'm going around Singapore or Dubai or wherever. But I'm not. I'm not sitting there driving a W13 around Watkins Glen just because it's clearly on the calendar. It's just not cricket. Why do that? I don't get the inner working sometimes, and I don't get this GT3 fascination. It's like you might as well just take all the other cars out of the game and just give us a multiple mix of GT3s and GTPs and LMP3. That's it. Here we go, guys. You've got a GT3 to pick from, or you've got a multi-class, because there's no point having anything else, because you're not bringing us anything else. It's just not. We're nearly in 2020. We're in 2024 and we're still running on the 2022 cars. We're nearly, and this is the thing, and all we're getting is upgraded bodies to produce aerodynamics. Well, what about the rest of it? Tyre wear, chassis, suspensions, all of these things are included in a car model, and we're getting none of it.
Already, they are. Tire is actually something they also mentioned. Tire model, they're trying to redo how they deal with contact patches in their tire models. That was actually announced later on in the.
Do you know what the problem with that? Do you know why that is? And I'll try and see. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you on these cameras. There we go. So at certain points of the contacts of the tyres, right, at the bottom left-hand corner there, you can see it above his name. The tyres at some point almost look like they're going into the circuit. Okay.
Yes.
They are looking like they're blending into the circuit. That's probably the majority of what the contacts patch is to try and get the tyres actually on the circuit. There's more that you can do in this sim, and that's for me is not bring us multiple GT3s that we really do not need, that we really do not want, and we really haven't asked for.
I would say want is a strong, or we don't want is a strong thing. And GT3 is the most popular racing series in iRacing, hands down.
But that's because that's the one that's constantly being updated. If it was TCRs, it would be TCRs. If we had the new hybrid system in the TCRs, we'd have that as well. But let's get this back up and running here as well. 41 of 75 remaining. Alex Wick gets the jump. Also, Devon Collicott, Matthew Norberg, Andrew Williams nestled in right up Norberg's gearbox there. Currently with Noel Jakowitz trying to make his way forward. Calvin Ross is finding himself at the dizzy heights of 7th at the moment. Dan Michel down at 6th places, sitting in 8th. And Andrew Jamal in there as well. This is looking like a little bit messy here with Burrell trying to go through the middle of Seth Pegg. Has made it through as Andrew Burrell, so great job from him as well. But I get what you're saying, but of course it's going to be the most popular. It's the one with the updated cars. It's the one with the updated everything. It's the one with here's another new one, here's another new one, here's another new one. And if they did that with NASCAR, or if they did that with TCRs or the W13, which we're not even in anymore, if they did it with that, or they did it with any other car, you're going to see that rush over to that series. It's always the way. If you're throwing out new cars.
2 new street stock cars are coming. They already are updating the proper Gen 4 cars. That's already been announced. Dale Earnhardt Jr. posted that, and they are doing that. Mini stock is getting a re-overhaul, rescanning Sonoma, which is a racetrack, but a massive one that NASCAR goes to. They are they've been to England and they're in the process currently of scanning, capturing drones and photos for 3 different circuits in England, and they're also doing some stuff in Australia. So they actually are doing exactly what you're saying. So it's a process. They can't do it all at once because they actually want to get it correct. Like, this is the big thing. So this GT3, this Mustang specifically, has already released in ACC and has gotten absolutely shredded because they did it quick, they did it sloppy, and it's not the GT3 car that it should be. Sound is wrong, body's wrong. It's based off a different car altogether that they put into the game, and people have hated it. It was given for free, and it was despised. That is why so I will give iRacing this. Yes, it might take them longer to get these things out there, but they're at least doing it, and they're doing it right because they don't want to just throw out crap. It does take too long, I agree, but yes, so they are doing what you're asking for.
Well, guys, in the next 2 years, we will see the updated TCRs, and we will see new tracks from the UK coming here as well. So let's head round the final corner once more with Alex Witt, Clint Holman, and Matthew Norberg. It's going to be rain. It'll be rain all over again. We'll I don't know. Never mind. Let's crack on with the race here at Pocono. Alex Witt leading the way with Clint Holman. Going into the last 30, though, Kenton, not really been too drastic, has it? We've had cautions, you know, we've had 5 at the moment, 4 forced, 1 stage. It's been fairly clean.
Yeah, it's been, they've kind of stayed out of trouble. Kind of how I sort of thought. Like, it's the beauty of that we spoke way too soon, apparently.
Oh, there we go. Popped up now. Cody Kerr. Oh, big push.
In the back. And connects with 19 there.
Is that 19 or is that Devon? That's actually Tom Kuhn. So Karen, Kuhn and Sherman, I believe, may have been in this one. Yes, they were. Lap 45.
I was close. Said that. Oh.
That's new.
I don't think you can park there.
Question is, how does he get off? Jumps back to the pit lane. So there we go.
Did he get an off? Oh, I thought he gave him an off track. I was like, that'd be impressive. It's one way to get an off track.
Yeah, definitely have
sky it into the wall.
Yeah, definitely as well. Let's have should we have a chat with Greg Sherman, actually? Let's pull Greg into the booth and we'll have a quick chat with the man in there who we've just seen mounted a wall and is not actually able to go anywhere, Mr. Greg Sherman. Greg, welcome in, buddy. How are you?
I didn't have anywhere to go, dude.
I know, mate. I figured you couldn't get. We did say that you couldn't get off the wall. Couldn't get off there at all.
Oh no, I'd already used my fast repair. I was just kind of sitting there, taking a drink and taking it all in for a minute. I was just enjoying the fact that I propped my car up on the wall.
Yeah, I think that's quite impressive, to be fair, as well, mate. Bit of a rough race for you out there today.
Oh, it ain't that bad. It's just, it's Pocono. This car in Pocono is very odd. But it ain't too bad. I enjoy it.
Are you a lover of the circuit, Greg?
What was that?
Are you a lover of Pocono?
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship, and they can both happen on the same exact lap. And I had fun that lap, and then immediately didn't have fun anymore. So.
All right. Tell us, Greg, you've come out with today's name for the race, right? The JRS 75. What's the relevance in that?
Oh well, it's my mom's initials. She passed away about 5 months ago, or no, about 7 months ago now, and she's actually on the hood flipping everyone off. So I figured she could send everybody, tell everybody how I felt about him one last time.
Love it.
She always enjoyed me telling her stories about all the goofy shenanigans we got into around here.
Nice. I did wonder who that was, but now I can see what you're saying in the middle finger up there as well. Well, Greg, look, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Sorry to hear about your mum, my dear. Condolences out to you as well. I hope you have a good race there, buddy, and we'll look forward to seeing what you can do from where you're at the moment.
Oh, I'm done. I'm out of fast repairs, so.
Oh, how long's the repairs you got?
Yeah. I ran out. I used it earlier.
So
I thought I'd be able to hang out in the back and not get caught up in something, but that plans don't last that long.
Yeah, I know, dude.
So.
I know. Well, see what do you reckon? Do you reckon you're going to get it repaired in time?
No. I'm still in the towing phase. It hasn't even told me how much. Well, hang on. I got Oh yeah, I got 10 minutes optional. Well, actually, I might be able to get in here soon.
Okay,
I only
mate.
got a minute
yeah.
required, so never mind.
All
I
right.
thought it would be junked just because it was up on the wall like that. Okay.
No, see where you get on.
Well, it's still gonna-
You'll probably find the optionals
Yeah.
as you're bleeding steering. So, good luck.
Well, it's still gonna be junk because I got 10 minutes optional, so we'll see how that works out.
All right, man. You take care, buddy. Have a good one, and we'll see you. Maybe have a chat with you later.
Alrighty.
Take care.
I'll see you.
Oh, bless Greg Sherman. Right, lights are out as well there as well. The chat's quiet without the Spain out thing. Again, none of them told me why they're not here. You know, Brad's not here. TJ said he don't like Pocono, and that's about it. Peggles agreed I can make it louder, and then he puts everything in capital letters. Let's go, Alex and Noel. So, well done. Peggles just shouting that at me here as well. Right, 48 of 75. 5 cautions in, so you were wrong on your estimation. 5 to 10 was the 60%. So I'm guessing you were incorrect there, Kenton, with your 1 to 4.
Yeah, I was close. We're at 5, but yeah, unfortunately a little optimistic, I guess, today, in the guys. But yeah, lots of time left. Lots of time left.
Yeah, lots of time.
They'll be nice and clean for the rest of it.
Do you know what? I reckon they could do it.
No, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I reckon they can do it. So let's see here how they get on. Rah, says Peggles. How many yellows so far? We're on our 6th. 5 forced, 1 stage. So, and where are you, Brad? Why are you not here? Where's Mum? Where's Dad? Where's Lydia? Where's all the other massive that we normally have and I have a good old conversation with here this evening? But let's get this back up and running once again. These guys coming into that go restart zone. There's Barney waving once more. 48 of 75 here. Green flag is a waving and we are up and running once more. Double file of racing here again off the start of the bat. They are trying to sit in that single file lane. Clint Holtman's there as well. Andrew Williams in the mix. Jackowitz, Collicott trying to look at going underneath if he can. He's had to check up. That's checked up. Brandon McLaughlin. Andrew Burrell here is further down with Stottner. Seth Pegg is in the mix currently. So great list of drivers in this front. Witt, Holtman, Norberg, Williams, Jackowitz and Collicott. This could be an interesting race if we can keep them 5 together.
Oh yeah, this is going to be spicy to get to the end here. And I mean, you got Dan Michelle looking to make a move on Collicott here as well. It's going to be it's going to be a little tense as we make our way to the finish line. I mean, barring anything else happening, but I think this could get we'll be in for a real barn burner on the back straight here.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Collicott and Michelle side by side. Brandon McLaughlin there. Witt and Holtman still running side by side as they have been since this restart. Lap 50, 25 to go now at Pocono. 25 laps. Let's see if we can survive the end there as well. Tic Tac, hello everyone. Hello, welcome in, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us as you're coming into the last 25 laps. Let's face it, the most interesting part generally of a race. And if nobody believes me, it's like watching Formula 1. You watch the beginning, fall asleep, wake up, get the last 10 laps, hey presto, Max has won. Woo! So there we go. But let's see what
Lando
happens.
won last week.
Oh,
Lando won.
1 out of 9, or however many. I don't even know what I don't even know what rounds they're on. I really haven't.
They are on. I think they actually are on round 9. Or coming into it.
That was a lucky guess. But Alex,
Round 7.
Oh, well, there you go. 1 out of 6 then.
2. Carlos Sainz won a race too.
Woo! 2 out of 6. Well done. Change the narrative.
Hey, it's better than last year.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't know. Let's see how these guys get on. 25 to go. I'm going to be interested to see how this one works out. Is Witt going to be able to hold on, or is Holtman going to be able to get him? Williams is trying to make a move round his orange wheel teammate. However, Williams has not got orange wheels. He's got yellow wheels. So, is he still in the team?
He's been released and starting his own team.
Yeah, he's gone for the yellow wheel racing team
Yellow
again.
Wheel racing. I like it. Yeah, he needs to change the color. I think it's just done to match the livery, but yeah, rather unfortunate. I expect better out of the color matching.
Yeah.
I expect better.
If you're going to be, part of an Orange Wheel Racing, let's at least have...
I agreed. Well, rims, I guess. They're technically not even the wheel.
Well, they are. The tire's the outer, the wheel or the rim, whatever you want to call it. Some people just get rather particular about things, don't they? Yeah, as well. I've had enough good conversations with individuals today who really did not seem to have a clue what they were talking about, but they were, swear God, they were right. So let's see what happens here as well. Kenton, they're wheels, aren't they?
I mean, the entire thing is a wheel, I guess, but the tire is
On a rim.
black and yellow. The rim is what's actually orange in this case. I don't know.
We'll go.
I'm just being pedantic.
If we're going to break it
Difficult.
down, you've got a black tyre on a yellow rim with black nuts. There we go. That's,
I thought they were silver.
oh, I don't
They're
know.
not silver? See, that's not black. That is silver.
There's one big silver nut. And they're even,
Better than the 5.
yeah, even the tyre model's wrong because now they've got 4 at least around the outside. So, there we go. If you do get an update on the tyres to
Wait.
match the car.
What do you mean there's 4 on the outside?
There's 4, isn't there, now in NASCAR? They go zip, 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 zip. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, not on the cup cars. It's only 1. There's actually a reason behind it too, because they went to a lighter rim made out of, I believe it's aluminum, and the issue was having the multiple lugs. If one wasn't tightened to the right spec perfectly, it would cause the rim to deform just from the torque and actually bend and cause the tire to fail on them. So they decided to scrap using multiple lugs and went to one main lug right in the middle, so it's always uniform.
Nice.
Actually looked into that when we first started doing this, whatever, 3 seasons ago. I didn't know anything about the cup cars at all. So I had watched like numerous YouTube videos about what the heck this car was.
Very nice.
So now you know.
Thank you very much for
It's
that.
only in the cup cars though. The Xfinity and the trucks
It's
still
still
have
got
the
4.
multiple lugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. 22 to go. Holtman's trying to run that outside line. Williams is closed in on these guys. He's almost left kind of Dan Michel a little bit there. Oh, Witt in the wall. Norberg's struggling. He's down. He's lost 2 places to Witt and Williams. Holtman is... Oh, Witt's looking well squirrely there, isn't he?
Yeah, it looked like he almost tried to block, but didn't quite
Manage?
cover the car smooth enough, and yeah. I'm not really sure. But what was going on out of that corner for him there?
Yeah, not quite sure on that one. So let's see, with Witt and Williams going side by side. Round turn 2, Williams is on the right in that Chick Hicks. Oh, who put who there? I'm sure that will be discussed, but Dan Michel really doesn't care who that was. He just wants that position and is now slid underneath Alex Witt, looking at taking that second race away so he can get hold of a stage 1 winner, Clint Holtman there. Great job from Clint on that stage win. Jason Taylor's trying to fight his way back through the field. First to 16th in 1 shot there as well. Not a bad shout considering there's 10 seconds between first and down in 20th.
Yeah, not the best for P20. This is getting kind of spicy up ahead. This little group of 3 of Witt, Dan Michel, and Williams is... Gloves are coming off, elbows are out, and prisoners not being taken. Oh, and a bit of yellow further back.
Just see the bump.
I don't even think he actually hit anyone either.
No,
Just
he didn't.
spun.
No, he didn't just spin. Hold on.
Yep.
Watch. No, there.
Ooh, yeah, that inside corner.
See the bump is massive. He gets the first one. And you'll see the car start jumping up in the air there. Then he goes again, and there must be another bump because that is what unsettled that car. That random bump in the middle of nowhere. or the landmining scenario, and that unfortunately is what sent Jason Taylor round, was the random bump on the infield of that car there as well. I'll tell you what, let's have a weekly chat with our very own resident Australian who's still running around here in his Audi livery machine, Mr. Seth Pegg. Good evening, Mr. Peggles. How are you, sir?
Living the dream back here. How about you guys?
Oh, mate, I'm so glad you continue to go with your different livery per race.
Yeah, I was. There was a moment there I was considering running this one for the whole season because I actually like what I've done with this livery a lot. But I put it to Twitter, and Twitter vehemently said, "Got to keep doing it." So I'm going to keep doing it. You're going to see a new livery every race for this season.
I did reply on your Twitter and said I would be highly disappointed if you did not carry it on.
I did see that, and I can't let you down. So
No,
here we are.
We are the most important aspect of this whole show that we are putting on. Who needs drivers when you've got me and Kenton up here in the booth? Seth, you're not a lap down yet, buddy. A bit of a strange decision on a caution. Why did you not pit on 31?
So I saw everyone ahead of me had pitted.
Yes.
And I thought, well, there's bonus points for leading a lap in the race. If that includes a lap behind the pace car, under stage, then I've led a lap. So I thought, well, this is 3 points. I'm not in the best position anyway, so it doesn't matter. And as a consequence, I was able to help Alex with position. Not that it really mattered that much. But yeah, it was very nice while it lasted. And yeah, I was hoping for a caution shortly after, and I got one almost immediately. So I was able to take that pit stop that I needed.
Yeah, you definitely did. So, well done for you. I was a little bit confused about what you were doing. I didn't realise you were playing points game. Yeah,
it was just a bonus point on team play, really. I mean, the Alex thing was really a bonus of the positioning. I was in front of Clint. Oh no, I was in front of Alex, and Clint got a really bad restart, so I was able to just cut across in front of him and let Alex take the inside. And I was naturally slower because I had a lot of tyre wear, so they were able to go through, but there was a caution very quickly, and I didn't have to worry about the punishment too much.
Yeah, how is the tyre wear out there?
Well, it creeps up on you. I'm getting about 85s, 90s when I need to pit. It has helped that there's been a few timely safety cars and tyre sets. We haven't really had to worry too much about the wear in long runs, but it does hit you more than you expect, especially if you're sliding and if you're racing hard. It does come up.
Okay, bud. Well, thank you so much for joining us, dear sir. It's been a pleasure, as it always is. I will pop you back down in the boys. See where you get. Top 10?
No. Top 10's possible. We'll go for it.
Alright, man. See you at the end of the top 10. Take care, bud.
Bye.
Well, there you go. That was our resident Australian who joins us every single week. Can't not have a week and have a chat. I am glad he's going to continue making liveries, though, because I think it's something different for him. You know what I mean? A little bit of a niche product from Seth Pegg.
Yeah, I should make a deal with him at some point when we'll figure it out. Seth and I'll have to have a conversation about this for our AFL teams when they play each other. I might have to make him wear a Crows one if they beat them. His St. Kilda team, just to give him another option, a new livery. 'Cause I like it. It's great. It changes it up, gives us something to look forward to every week outside of just the racing, and having to listen to me. So no one really wants that, but you get to see all the beautiful cars too.
And when are they playing each other?
I think we're around. We play each other in a few weeks here. Let me double check. I don't even remember when. I think it's week 18 or whatever for round 18 for them is when we play. But so it won't be for a little while. But
okay, well,
I'll have to have a chat with good old Peggles about that.
All right, well, we'll see how that Aussie Rules rugby match turns out between the two teams and whether or not Peggles will end up doing a livery there as well. Brusso is going to lead us away in the front of the field. He's one of the, actually, near enough the only man still in the race who did not pit on lap 57. So we'll see how Armin Brusso gets on here and how that car's going to fare up. Not probably going to do too well, Kenton, here with this restart. Let's get this back underway and then we'll let you answer that question. We are going to be going green once more. We've got 17 to go at Pocono. Barney is waving frantically here. He's got his flag out. He's held it high and erect up in the air. Has Barney. The green flag is whispering in the wind as we're going to be dropping and going. Green has dropped. We are underway. We are go, go, go. I've got a funny feeling that was Greg Sherman out on the racetrack. Look at the state of that. However, I did see a truck earlier on run Daytona with no front end whatsoever and finished in third place. I did also just witness the contact from Dan Michel and Clint Holtman there as Armin Brusso's getting eaten up faster than he could probably eat a Big Mac.
He also is going for that apparent lap lead point as he did not pit there, so he's going to hope for the same thing. A little bit of a caution flag and let him get some more tires on that guy. Yeah, this race is getting really interesting, and I'm not really sure how it's going to go. I feel bad because he's not really in the way, but he's definitely caused a little bit of a delay for some people. And yeah, enjoyable though to see Gregory Sherman back out there driving around,
literally
further off the back of the pack, but at least he's having some fun.
Yeah, Burrell's
that seat time.
Burrell's just sent it too wide under turn one. Is he going to clear Calvin Ross? He isn't. He's got Josh Kuhn tucked in behind him. There is Seth in that Audi delivery machine. They're a bit more scattered up the front. Dan Michel, Clint Holtman, Alex Witt and Andrew Williams, creating love children between the two of them. There as well, out on the Pocono race circuit, going round at turn number 2. It's late, Kenton. Give me a break.
That's fair.
Oh,
there wasn't a crash between the two of them, otherwise I would say that yes, that's what they are doing.
No, there is a crash here. Ooh, that wasn't the start of the crash though.
No, the start is definitely not. Looks like Collicott and
Jamelin isn't. No, Jamelin's in 65. Yep.
No, but it happened before that. It was the 81 and 91 got together. Right there. Yeah, Devin Collicott here, and I think that's Brennan McLaughlin.
Yeah, it is.
As they come down, McLaughlin comes down and clips them. And Andrew Jamelin, he is just literally there, and unfortunately it causes Collicott to drop further and right across the nose of Jamelin. Right there. And Jamelin had nowhere to go at that point, and Collicott's just into him.
Yeah, 52 straight in, Keith's in.
Yeah, Kimmel, Keith, Cody Kern.
Ross. Oh.
Or Calvin Ross, sorry. Big smack a little further back.
Mm.
Yeah, in all honesty, that's one of a combination of Collicott and McLaughlin just getting together and
Seth managed to wiggle his way through there, so well done to him. So
Seth Peggles Wiggles.
Seth Peggles Wiggles in the 14 to go race here as well. Do you know who I haven't noticed? Should we hold on? Where are you first before I have a chat with you as well? I haven't had a chat with this man for a while. Let's see if we can bring Mr. Calvin Ross in the booth with 14 to go here. I haven't spoken to Calvin for what seems like absolutely ages. Let's let him get in his pit box first before he responds.
I've missed you guys a lot. Thanks for bringing me in.
I knew you had. That's why I brought you in here as well. Let's get you in the pit box first. I don't want you to miss it.
Thanks. I would prefer to keep talking so I can blame you for missing it.
Nope.
Fair.
Alright, I'm here.
Good. Right up, bud. Welcome into the booth, dude. I haven't spoken to you for ages. How's it been?
It's been good. Sorry, it's been a busy few weeks. I haven't been here. I've missed you.
Yeah, sported new livery as well. A bass-inspired livery. Is there a meaning, or did you just like the fact that you've got a fish on your car?
I just like the fish, you know. He can't go wrong with this fish, so I just felt called to it, you know. That's the best way I can describe it.
Okay, mate. Well, fair play. We'll let you have that one. You know what I mean? I'm not going to argue on that one as well. How's the race been for you out there at the moment? It's looking like it's been tough for some people towards that back end.
It's been. I've had better races. I've had worse races. I think I probably could have avoided that last wreck if I tried a little bit harder, but I think my eyes were bigger than my stomach, and I tried to get a little bit extra, and I did not brake as fast as I should have. So unfortunate end there, but I'm still in it. Not all the way out. I've got a little bit of repairs left, but we're here. Can't ask for any more.
Hold on. You're blaming your appetite for your lack of reaction times.
Well, it's a saying, but yeah, if you want to say that, that's fine. Whatever makes you feel better.
I don't know, mate. Let's go green for the next 13. That will make me feel amazing.
I agree with you. I'm looking forward to it.
I think so as well. You know what I mean? But Calvin, we're going to see you. What's the state of you in the schedule? We're going to see you back out next week. And how are you looking for this summer schedule?
It's looking pretty good. There's a couple races here. I don't remember exactly which ones that I'll have to miss, but I'm planning on being here for at least the majority. So hopefully you get to see my friendly fishy face around a little bit more often.
No, awesome stuff. Calvin, I am looking forward to it. It's been a pleasure talking to you again. I've missed you up here in the booth, dear sir. Have a good one. What's the aim? How far do you reckon you can get?
I don't know. I still got a little bit of front end damage I couldn't get fixed, but I'd be happy with the top 15, so that's only 4 more spots, I think. So I think it's doable.
All right, man. I'll drop you back down. You were down in the Breakfast Club room, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
All right, man. Take care. Have a good one, bud. It's been a pleasure as always.
I'll talk to you soon.
Oh, I'm spoken to Calvin for what seems like ages. So, there we go. Good, nice little chat from Calvin Rosset as well. Thanks so much if you are here, guys, as well. Much appreciated for joining myself and Kenton and listening to us waffle on about NASCAR. I know it's weird that you've got a Canadian and an English talking about an American pastime, but we'd like to think we have a rough idea we know what we're talking about. So if you do think we've got a rough idea of what we like talking about, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the bells and do all that other fancy jazz that you can do for free here on YouTube, because you've got a lot more racing coming up once more up on the JPB YouTube channel. It's a bit quiet this week, but then again we are coming into that end of season week 13, so it has died down a lot. Kenton, I'd like to think we've got a rough idea we know what we're doing.
I mean, very rough in some cases, but we tend to know something. You know, that you put the one pedal down, don't touch the other one at all, and just turn left. And I mean, that's really all it is.
Yeah, that's how it works on Martinsville, Darlington, Dover, Bristol, any other tight circuit here that's literally between a mile and half a mile. I'm not going to lie. Why would you need to brake it? In fact, you go to North Wilkesboro in the trucks this week. But let's get this back up and running here once again. We're going into that final 12. It's green for the JRS 75. Once more, Dan Michelle, Alex Wick, Clint Holtman still battling away at the front here again. And it seems to be these 5 can't quite leave each other alone. I've put Norberg as the 5th, but he's not looking quite on the pace of the guys in front around him.
No, they got a little more speed, especially.
Oh, it's in the wall.
Great jumps. Yeah, it's
and again he's in the wall.
And Witt.
Oh, stop now.
There.
Oh,
She's getting a little. It comes down on Witt there.
He didn't come down on him. Give over, you, Charlie. He literally bounced off the wall and lost control of the car.
He doesn't hit the wall.
At
least not what you just showed.
Okay, do you want to put a little bit of betterness? Would you like to?
We don't have to go this far back.
Watch his rear right bounce off the wall. Just for you, in fact.
He's loose before he even makes contact with the wall.
Nope. Watch. I'll stick the camera here. You'll be able to see him come off the wall. Once again, this is going to drift up very, very shortly. There.
Oh! See, that's the thing. You can't see the wall. There's no contact. No smoke came off.
There. Again.
Well, that doesn't count. There's a car in him. But there's no scrape on that side until the second hit.
I can tell
There's no scrape on that paint until the second hit.
Right, who
For the
is
second,
behind him?
though,
Right,
when he hits
Andrew
the wall.
Williams. Right, hold on. I can tell you now.
Williams hits the wall.
I can
Williams
tell
hits the
you
wall.
now. He hits the wall. Your denial is unrivaled. Let's have a look. Watch. He's going to come out. Contact there. His right's going to hit the wall there. It's going to.
He doesn't hit the wall.
Oh my God!
There's not even a scrape. There's no scrape.
Do you not honestly see the car's reaction to hitting the wall, that he's going to bounce it twice when he comes off the wall? Watch the rear end, the way it manoeuvres and the way it actions. Right, bang. There's the contact. Bounce, 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 slide. He has not lost control. He has got neck code with the wall, and that is what has put him round.
So it's neck code with the wall.
But he still technically hit the wall according to iRacing.
I would say he never actually
He
hit the wall. But neck code with the wall, okay, fine.
He hit the wall. It's like contact. He never hit the person. There was still the big old gap in the middle. But he hit the wall. So it is what it is. There you go. So unfortunately,
You know whose fault it really was? We're just going to blame TJ because he didn't show up today, so it's TJ's
I
fault.
think it's TJ and Brad's. I think it's the whole Spain hour massive, to be blatantly honest. But there we go. We won't say
I'm here for
anything. Yeah, I'm here for it as well. I'd like to. Do you know the only thing? We concentrated so much on the initial incident, we never actually saw the second contact between the two of them. So where was the second? There was one, right? So he spins in there, and then. So he's pushed him. He's going to literally push him back vertical. So and then they just go again and have their own little party. Keith hits Witt, puts Witt up. There's Holterman. Oh,
What happened way back there?
Yeah, that was Stockner.
Yeah, but Stockner and Radel. Radel's spinning underneath the Clint Holterman little sign there. So something happened further back between those two.
He's going to come down. Keith's checked up.
He checks up.
Yeah. Keith checked up, and then unfortunately for Radel, we had nowhere to go, not red, and unfortunately Stockner ended up going in the side of him there as well. So yeah, 9 to go here once more. Who have we not spoken to for a very long time?
Ooh. Andrew Almquist. We haven't spoken. Radel. We haven't spoken to in a while.
Oh, you're right. Where is Radel? Am I going blind there? Oh no, he's up there. Let's just pull him in.
I don't know if we've actually spoken to Joshua Keith.
Alright, let's bring
or Joshua
in.
Kuhn.
Let's bring in when he stops the car in the pit box.
You're good.
I'm not. No. Just please stop the car first before you blame me for overshooting it.
Buddy, I'll overshoot whether I'm on with you or not. Look at that.
Oh, nailed it. Andy, welcome into the booth. How are you?
I'm alright. How are you guys?
I'm doing well, mate. I'm watching you drive around the triangle. Seems a little bit odd.
Yeah.
How's the race been for you out there?
It's been tough. I've found myself in pretty much every accident in some way, shape, or form. So a lot of repairs today. Putting the pit crew to work, you know.
Yeah, well, they got to earn their money, mate, as well. Sitting in 18th, still on the lead lap. How far can you go with 8 to go?
Guess we'll see how many people wreck. I'm not gonna push it. We have enough problems, so it's hard to pass here a little bit unless you get a good run on somebody. So I've really just been pretty much the whole race just cruising and letting people get loose in front of me and then drive by them. So that's pretty much what I intend to do here, and hopefully I can stay out of an accident and gain a few positions.
Top 10, do you reckon?
Say that again?
Top 10, do you think might happen?
It's not out of the realm of possibilities with how guys have been wrecking today, but I'm not banking on it, put it that way. I won't hold my breath.
Okay, Anthony. Well, I'll tell you what. Go and have a good race. Let's see if you can get up there. You've only got 8 to go, but I'm sure you can do it. Anthony Radel, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure, as it always is, dear sir.
Appreciate you guys.
Take care, man.
Have a good night.
Well, there we go, Anthony Radel. We're going to get this up and running. We're now green. Dan Michelle jumps the lead. We Andrew Williams, Norberg there again. Oh, Jackowitz still.
I think that was Brusso.
That was everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? There's a massive check up here somewhere. Who's in that 56? Rob Sizemore?
Oh, we're green.
No, watch.
We're green, and Brusso just didn't move. Look, Brusso's not going anywhere. The 21 hits him. The 56 checks up. 20 checks up. The 36 checks up. Halterman checks.
Ross is in there. Look. Pegels is in there. Oh, straight in. Almquist. Stockner's coming in. Is he going to be able to weave his way through for Nick Stockner? Did he manage to make it? Nope. He's in the back end of Halterman. And in the side of Halterman. And into the front. Just the top of a full house there for Nick Stockner. Keith made it through, though, so that was good.
Yeah, he was just giving a full car check over, making sure, you know, the front, the back, side, all that fun stuff. Yeah, Ross, he was going slow.
Yeah, but the thing is, did Brusso miss a gear then? He must have done, right?
I think he was actually, yeah, I think he was actually in, oh, he's in fourth, that's why. He tried to restart in fourth gear. You're going to have no power. Yeah, he pins it. It takes forever to get going.
I'm going to put that down as Brusso's fault on this one.
Yeah.
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 I can safely say trying to pull away a car in fourth is not a good idea. Probably go second, dear sir, there as well. So, 5 to go. 10 cautions in. Have I missed one then? I've only got 9 written down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I am right. I just numbered them wrong. 5 to go. Steps in the pits. Dan Michel's out in front. Andrew Williams, Matthew Norberg. Do you know that the thing is with this is just really showing how difficult Pocono can be, right? And it's the variation of the car, the track, the driver, the way it's being handled, everything taken into consideration. And I don't think there's probably been really one person who's not been in and around an incident over this whole 70 laps, I believe.
Yeah, no, everyone's pretty much been involved. I think Dan Michel is the only one who's kind of managed to slip his way through. I think Williams been I think he got involved early on. Nordberg, we know for sure. Jackwitz might not have. I can't remember if Andrew Williams actually has been involved. I don't know for sure on that one. But yeah, it seems like almost everybody else has had something go wrong or some connection with somebody. And yeah, it does talk to it. It is a very difficult track. Even with all the space around you, you still run the risk of being very close to a vehicle. And if you are very close to that vehicle, it can cause a lot of problems very quickly if something does go wrong.
I think we're going to be on a GWC here, unless the lights are going to go out this time around. That's going to leave us four, I think.
Yeah.
3 to go at the line. Andrew Williams deciding the pace car's not going fast enough. We're going to have 4. We're going to have 3 to go. It's got to be changed to a GWC.
We're going to have 3. Well, because it would be GWC
just
would be 3 anyway, right?
Yeah, so if it was 2 to go, it would be changed to 3. So there we go. Right, let's see. 4 to go at Pocono. 12 more corners for these wonderful individuals to try and go round. And let's see what happens here and whether or not they're all going to make it round cleanly for these final 4 laps. Shouldn't be hard, should it, Kenton?
It's 4 laps. They're not fighting for any points or positions or anything. It's nice and easy. Nice easy time. It's 100% gonna get spicy, but hopefully it's entertaining at least. And they wait till 1 lap to go. Just all the crashing and stuff can happen all you want at 1 lap to go, because then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely. On the final lap, let's see. They can crash as much as they want on the final lap, to be honest, because no yellows there as well. And let's see as we're coming into turn 4 once more. Excuse me. Let's see how they do. Who do you reckon is going to come out with a win?
Ooh, I'm going to go with Dan Michel on this one. He seems to have the best pace and has been getting a phenomenal jump pretty much every restart. So we'll see how that pays off for him in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. But there you go. Dan Michel is running. He is out in front. A big jump, or tried to get a big move from Alex Witt there. Didn't quite make it past. He's made it alongside Brusso. He hasn't made it any further up through Cone or Collicott. And Brandon McLaughlin, Andrew Jimarlin, no Jackowitz, but it is Dan Michel with Williams there as well. Big run from the outside line of Jackowitz and also McLaughlin. Something's going to happen here. I can feel it, Kenton. I'm just not quite sure where it's going to come from.
Yeah, I'd be a little cautious if I'm Williams while I'm pushing Nordberg there. I mean, teammate, you don't really want to take him out. Obviously, gave him a good little bump. Try and see if you can push him towards Dan Michel there. Get him a little closer. But this track is so tricky that even if you get a good run, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a pass here. So they kind of need to work a little more together, especially on this straightaway here.
Well, they're going to have to. 3 to go. We're now going into the final 2. Is this going to be Dan Michel's race once more? No. Norberg's decided, I'm going to take up the mantle. I'm going to go for this win here. Is he going to drag Williams along? Is Williams going to be able to clear underneath? Is Jackowitz going to get involved and try and support Dan Michel there? Currently, there's a spinner at the back. We're on a GWC. And why have we got that? Because Anthony Radel has turned the car at caution number 11. Maybe not turned the car on his own.
I think he
made
ran into Trent Kimmel.
Caution number 11, lap 74, Radel and Kimmel. Oh, I think his car's broke.
I think, yeah, that bumper's a little stuck.
Ah, there we go. Comes out now as well. Trenton Kimmel did jump back to the pits, but we're on our first job at GWC of 3 here. So let's see what happens once again. Kenton, what do we reckon?
Hard to say. I mean, I hope we get a clean next couple laps, but I think that Nordberg and Williams were working really well together. They were starting to really reel in Dan Michel, but unfortunately, obviously, weren't quite there. They needed, I think, those next couple laps to really solidify their ability to kind of get past at that point. But I think, unfortunately, due to the safety car, not going to quite have it, and they're going to have to sort of build that momentum up again.
I agree. 3 to go. Come on. We can do this, right? It's driving around a triangle. We got this.
Yeah. Shouldn't be that hard. It's just a triangle.
Absolutely.
It's even got less corners than they normally would drive.
Well, technically 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Stop making excuses, because technically you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You know what I mean? Coming out of 1 out, going into 1 out of 2, into 3 out of 4, into 5 out of 6. You know what I mean? If you really want to be pedantic about the number counting, to be honest with you. Oh, dearie me. I do wonder. Loving a good evening of NASCAR racing here on the BSC at Pocono. I'm still James Parfitt, still joined in the booth by Kenton and Sportak. Yes, you do have an Englishman and a Canadian. What more could they ask for?
I don't know. I think it's the best combination, really.
Absolutely.
You at least drive NASCAR too.
And
I prefer
watch
my
it.
old NASCAR, the 87s.
So at least I drive it and watch it, I suppose, but where you really don't do anything in it.
No.
No.
Like I said, drove 87s. I got a B license in NASCAR, or in the Oval.
Well, you got a higher
Up
one than
there.
me, but I end up getting stuck down with people who must drive it with their feet.
With their eyes closed.
I don't know. Probably trying to steer with a big toe.
Oh, that's fun. Daytona with your big toe would be easy, but most other tracks are going to be a little trickier.
You
than
can
that.
imagine Dega, like Martinsville, driving with your big toe.
Oh, that'd be brutal. Just like... no, that doesn't go well. Guaranteed.
No, I bet it doesn't. I bet it definitely does not go well as well. Thanks so much if you are here joining us. Don't forget to give your favourite driver a shout out if you really want to see where they're going to be and how they're going to get on, who you think is going to take this last green, white, checkered. I would say last. It's not our last. We've got 3 on the books if this one doesn't work out. So let's see how these guys go at Pocono and whether or not they're going to be able to finish this one off. The lights should be coming out. They should be lining up. The lights are off in that pace car there. Dan Michel still leading the way once more in that killer brownie, that livery machine. Is he going to be able to, do you think, take the victory? Are you sure he's going to be able to do it?
I think so. He's got Jakowitz now a little closer. He's not kind of tucked back behind as much. He's going to be beside Andrew Williams, so that it makes it harder for Williams and Nordberg to really work together. He's been getting absolutely fantastic jumps, so he might be able to kind of utilize that to sort of pull himself away. But we'll see what he's able to do here.
Yeah, well, we see first of the green whites. Let's see what happens once more. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 cars left running as we've got Kimmel and Ross still in the pits. We're on our way through turn 2 at the moment. 3 to go. Let's see if we can finish this evening of racing off, and let's see how they go once more, because that will be absolutely amazing, and figure out what will be going on here and who's going to come out victorious. Is it going to be Dan Michel? Is it going to be Norbert? Do you know the weirdest thing here, Kenton? I just see Andrew Williams sneaking this one. I really do.
Fair enough. Yeah, I could see Williams having himself a good run. He'll have obviously kind of one of the better opportunities because he'll get to try and use as much draft off of Dan Michel as he can. It'll all kind of depend on how the jump goes. Ooh, yeah, check up there. That's not what you want to see, a bunch of guys instantly diving. But obviously, Dan Michel's going to have your best shot at getting off clean because he gets to go in that Geico restart zone whenever he wants to.
And he has gone now. We are green. Dan Michel didn't get a bigger jump as he was probably expecting here either, as he's going into turn 1. He's alongside Norberg. Williams tucked in now as well. Very two-liney contact there from Norberg and Dan Michel. That's going to open the door up for Williams on the inside. Michel's going to bounce off the turn 1, get a shot of speed out. Now Williams is going to be looking at taking that second place. Somebody's into the wall. Please do not do a yellow. Why all of a sudden we haven't got one for Rob Sizemore in the wall? God only knows, considering we've had cautions for single cars all evening here, Kenton. Oh,
There it is.
that was for this though. Burrell, McLaughlin, Kuhn, Keefe, Brousseau, Witt's going round. How did Witt end up in all of that? That is just... look, contact with Burrell, who then goes
That's actually what starts the whole thing.
Yeah, then goes into McLaughlin. Witt's already got a massive amount of overspeed. Is he going to lose it on that one? Yeah, he is.
Sideways.
Yeah. Witt loses it, and unfortunately that would now be going into our first GWC. Second, no? First. No, it is second, you're right. Yeah,
this
fine.
was our first GWC.
Yeah, so there we go. Let's see how we get on. We really do not want to finish this under yellow flag, so let's hope that these guys can make it through here once more. As we're at Pocono, free to go, 12 cautions in.
Yeah, not as clean as I was expecting this race to go. 12 cautions, well, 11 forced ones. I didn't expect this many, to be honest. And I know everyone's kind of pushing for this, as much points as they can get and things like that. But there's a time, and over pushing doesn't really do anything but send you around on this track. Unfortunately, this isn't like a lot of these other race tracks where they're circular and you can pretty much just put your foot down, and yeah, you might have to worry about spinning a little bit, but not like this. You have to be much more patient with the throttle on this track compared to most of the other ones we deal with.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a different concept is this racetrack because of the odd shape. You're not going to find any real racetrack that makes it kind of looks like a Dorito, to be blatantly honest. There's certain aspects that you can't do it. What would you go oof for?
I want Doritos.
Yeah.
It just made me think of some Doritos. Like, I could go for Doritos.
Cheesy Doritos with a creamy cheese. What's it? The garlic dip. I can't remember what it's called. Is it sour cream and chive? Sour cream and chive dip. Oh, I could eat that all day. So there we go. But yeah, let's see how they get on. They can finish it this time. I'm sure they can.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They were so close to getting to the end.
Yeah, if not, we put the commentator's curse on whoever causes the next one. Boogity boogie.
Oh, dearie me. Never mind.
I did that. I've done that before in casting and been like, yeah, guess what? Whoever causes a yellow flag, you get the commentator's curse for the next one. And amazingly enough, no one had a yellow flag. That was our only race without a yellow flag, so I'll take it.
And you reckon that will work?
Sorry?
Do you reckon that will work, do you?
I'm going with it. Yep. Yeah, whoever causes it, we're gonna let them know. It's a commentator's curse for them.
Okay, well, let's see how we go. We're going to go over the line. We're going to start formation up again for what will be GWC number 2. Let's see if we can get this finished. Come on, boys, you can do this. You can do it.
You can do it.
Yep. And get across the line. Who's going to come and take this victory? Alex Witt's at the back, man. I'm going to keep an eye on him. It looks like he's already going to jump everybody before he's even gone anywhere, to be honest. I'll tell you what, I reckon if he can get a jump up, I'm not going to say he's going to win because he won't, he's too far back, but I think he could be getting himself in and around that area.
Oh yeah, he could finish probably top 15, I'd say. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pull that off. Maybe even top 14 if he gets a really good jump.
Yeah, he's got to make moves though. Got to make moves on the run out of 1 into turn 2. The left-hander here. I don't know if Pocono's on the schedule next week. I really don't know if I want to race Pocono.
What do you mean? Officials always are great.
No.
There's never issues with officials.
It's bad enough I'm going to North Wilkesboro. I don't really want to do... I don't know. Maybe it might work in Pocono. I'm just not a very good tyre saver. I cannot save tyres for love nor money. And after about 12 to 13 laps are probably running thrashed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I just cannot save tyres. That's my one downfall. So if anybody's watching this and can give me a hint on how to save tyres, please DM me on Discord or put a comment on the YouTube chat. That would be absolutely amazing. We're on our way out of turn number 3. Free to go here at Pocono. It's going to be, once again, Dan Michel alongside Andrew Williams. It's going to be a green. Drop of the hat. You can see the moves in the back there. Both, I think that was Alex Witt. And I think that was Stockner there. No, was it Stockner? It wasn't Stockner. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide. Why not? Michel's going to run him out into the wall. That's going to stop his progress. Jakowitz is going to try, and they're not going to get through this without a wreck. They are not getting through this. 2 to go. Can we get round turn 3, then round, turn 2, and then round 3 to get this done? Matthew Norberg leading the way. Got the jump there right at the beginning. He's got Jakowitz tucked up right behind him with Dan Michel, Clint Holterman. Williams has got round.
There's Radel. There's Peg. A couple bumpers.
Keith. You can tell they weren't going to make that. Never in a month of Sundays were they going to make that through. The way that they were jostling around and just making sure that there was contact. You can see the initial contact from Williams to Stockner, not massive, but then that opens the door. There's one little bit that's pushed Williams with his door wide open, and you'll see Jamelin coming up there who was not expecting Williams to be there, and then that just all kind of kicks it off. And then of course poor old Anthony Radel has got nowhere to go. He's trying to avoid Seth Pegg in that as McLaughlin. There's Keith there. There's Witt. Did he make it through? Kind of, I think. And there was a big one from Josh Kuhn straight into the side of them there as well. Right. I'm going to have a chat with Josh. Is it Josh we haven't spoken to before?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Either one.
Either one, yeah. Let's have a chat with Joshua Kuhn here as well. Josh, welcome in. I know we've caught you right at the end of the race, buddy. How are you out there?
I am doing pretty rough, lads. Not doing so hot.
On the racetrack?
I actually don't know what happened.
Oh, you're feeling sick?
Oh, no. Just in general here. I'm feeling good. I don't know. I've been wrapped up in, I feel like, everything in the I don't know what's been my fault either, so I'm going to have to review the tapes.
You have to sit down and have a debrief with the family.
Yeah, tear it apart, analyze it. I think, I don't know, maybe the one before this was my fault, but I haven't been able to tell. In that tunnel, everything happened so fast, so I don't know.
No, mate, there's been so much going on. I think at the end of the day, you know, you're going to have to sit back and have a look at each incident and see what it's been anyway. Not being on the pace, do you think there's a reason for that at Pocono?
I can't tell. I mean, really, we're running pretty. I thought the laps that we're running green feel good. Everything's been good. I don't know. I feel like we're starting to try to jam too much in the tunnel right now, and it's not working out in our favor. So hopefully this is it, though, boys. This needs to be it.
Well, this is the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it. This is our last chance here.
Last chance saloon, otherwise we're finishing under yellow flags. How much further can you get sitting down in 13 for the moment?
Not far, and this car is too damaged, so I'm just trying to get it across the finish line here.
All right, mate. Right, I'll pop you back down in the dust boat stage. You're about to go green, so have a good one. Let's see how far you can get up there on the last few laps.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Yeah, and you, man. Take care. Right, Norberg has got the lead of the race this time, with Noel Jakowitz, Dan Michel, Clinton Holtman, Stockner, Jamelin, Burrell, Collicott, Witt, Enquiries, Keith Williams is all the way down the back. My man in the Kachuga livery. Kachuga is all the way down there. So unfortunately, I don't think he's going to win this one. But let's see, we've got 3 to go. This is it. Last chance saloon, Kenton. Last chance saloon.
Oh, it's going to be... I'm still going to stick with Dan Michel. I think he's got a great shot, but we're going to be quite right to the end here. We'll see what ends up happening, if we're finishing under yellow or if we're finishing full bore.
Yeah, well, there we go. Let's see once again where this is going to happen, if it's going to happen. Can we get to the end? We can't have any more. I believe we will finish under yellow. This is the last chance. Norberg does make the jump there at the beginning. Dan Michel, he moves up, blocks off Jakowitz's run, trying to make it, or even out, he's trying to use it to pull him forward. Williams is in there. Holterman's nestled in there as well. You can see these guys as we go round one, which will be for not long left if we don't make it to the end here, Kenton, because it's going to be the end of that one.
Yeah, well, Dan Michel clips the wall there, and that's not going to help, but he's going to have to really pull this draft. You can see the draft is pretty strong going through that straightaway into this second corner.
Oh.
Okay, that's...
Why am I not seeing a yellow? Why are we not seeing a yellow for that? It's the checkered flag. Clint Holtman takes the victory. I didn't see the white flag, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay. Holtman stopped there. Chamberlain, in that order.
All right. That's who I had as my top three.
I'm sure that said 2 to go.
Nope. I'm pretty sure it said 2 to go as well.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm glad I did this, but I did turn the radio on just to see in this last lap. There's some colorful talk that happened on that. Wow. Yeah. Some people are not happy.
Right. Well, that is the end of the race, which I'm really quite surprised about, considering I'm sure it said 2 to go. I am dreadfully sure that said 2 to go.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, 100%. There was still 2 to go there.
Yeah, but let's bring you up the race results of the race then. Clint Holtman is your winner. Nick Stockner in second. Andrew Chamberlain in third. Devon Collicott in fourth. Andrew Williams in fifth. Then you got Joshua Kuhn, Seth Pegg, Armour Brusso, Andrew Holmquist and Dan Michel down in 10th. Andy Radel, Noel Jakowitz and Andrew Burrell, Alex Witt, Matthew Norberg, Joshua Keefe, Brandon McLaughlin and Rob Sizemore are your last. Rob did not, I believe, finish this race this time around. Trenton Kibble, Kevin Ross, Grace Sherman, Jason Taylor, Tom Kuhn and Cody Kern. I want to see if I can have a look back at how that did not cause a yellow flag and why all of a sudden didn't feel we jumped. So there's the Norberg-Michel contact, right? So they end up in each other. So let's try and go and decipher this just a little bit. So Michel's looking at the game. Oh, he's just kind of attached to Norberg. Norberg hits him. Jakowitz goes round. Witt goes round. Everybody goes round with Burrow, Keefe there. Pick out whoever you want, Kenton. There's quite a few of them.
Yeah, it seemed like most of the field decided that, hey, we're done. And that was it. So, that's...
The question for me is, did he push him? Or...
Oh, 100%. No, 100%. Just right into the back. That's, he...
Oh, yeah. Crunchy crunch.
He definitely ran into the back. Whether it was intentional or just didn't expect him to slow up as much, I can't speak to that. But that's 100% on Dan. Dan went into the back of him of a car that was already there. It's not like he came down to block him. So that's on Dan no matter what it was. But I can't say whether it was intentional or not.
Okay, well, let's start off the interviews. We're going to have a go 3 to 1 here. Hey, Andrew Chamberlain has joined us in the booth here as well. Andrew, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
I'm all right, mate. Not too bad at all. I've just watched a very confusing race because we had a different lap count to what that was there as well. Was it the same situation for you in the car? Because we still had 2 to go.
Yeah, it was a rough situation because the time was running out. So like for the session, so we had to take the white as soon as we took the green on that restart. So it was just it really wasn't the right lap count, but it was what we had with the time that we had left.
Right, okay, well that clears it up for you as well. Not bad though, finishing 3rd, up 8 places. You've been caught up in a few incidents this evening, but then again, I don't think you're the only one. I think everybody has at some point. How was Pocono for you out there?
Honestly, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought coming into this race, I thought I was going to be really slow. Turned out that's not how it was. I was in top 10, some top 5 throughout the race. Yeah, we did have a couple of incidents. I'm sorry to everybody that was in those, but definitely came out of this way better than I thought, and I'm happy with how it ended.
Yeah, I think you should be there, sir, as well. Great racing from you to finish in that top 3. Charlotte Oval next week. How do you feel about Charlotte?
I feel really good about it, to be honest. It's a track that I really like. It's a fun track as long as we get to keep it clean that time around.
I agree. I think it could be a good one here, and I am in agreement of keeping it clean. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us there, buddy. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
I like to shout out to my family, and then shout out to my friends, and then the sponsors, Swift Energy and 213 Somewhere.
Awesome stuff. Well, Andrew, thank you so much for joining us there, buddy. Look forward to seeing what you can do next week.
Thank you.
Take care. Right, next up on the list, we're going into the second place man, Nick Stockner, the 124 Chevy machine finishes in second. Nick, welcome in, buddy. How are you?
I'm feeling pretty damn good. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not expect to be having a conversation with you tonight. We're here, we're doing it live.
Yeah, we are. It's Pocono, right? We've seen a lot of people involved in incidents. I think there isn't really one car that's probably not been hit at some point by somebody else, and that as well. For you, again, obviously, it's the same scenario. You've probably been involved in a few and managed to avoid a few and got through a few. It's been a rough race for everybody, and I think this is where one of them races where luck plays a massive part, doesn't it? And I think the fact that you've got to the end, you survived the end as well, and you've come home in second place. You can't be happier than that.
Yeah, but we can't be happier. I mean, you know, the Milliken and Company Daikin Applied America Chevrolet, she was awesome today. Wasn't really a top 5 car even. It was about a top 10 car at best, but we had some luck here. We had an unfortunate spin into the pit lane, and it put us a lap down, and we were just behind the 8 ball, but just through some incident avoidance and some incidents getting collected in, and it was just a amalgamation of everything, but just very fortunate tonight for Orangeville Racing to get a 1-2 finish, and we'll just keep moving on.
Absolutely, I agree. I think it's great for you guys there to get that done once again, and great for you to take your podium here at Pocono. On to Charlotte next week. Different prospects at Pocono. How do you feel about going into Charlotte?
Our Charlotte package actually is pretty good. We've used a lot of data in the past to really refine that package, and we feel pretty confident. I'm not going to go out of my way and like make a claim of, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But, the expectation is to be competitive.
Yeah, I agree. I think you will be, as always, there as well. And a great job for you on your podium, buddy. Anyone you want to shout out just before we let you go?
Of course, I got like to shout out my girlfriend Mariah for watching, my granddad Ball for watching, Nina, Mama at home, Milliken and Company, Daikin Applied Americas, Lowe's at Harrisonburg, Haven Hair Studios, MB Suites, MB Hair, Handy Dan's Landscaping, House Trucking Incorporated, Westex, Polar Tech, everybody that comes on the car makes this car really fast every week, man. Just got to thank all of them.
Awesome stuff. Well, Nick, thanks so much for joining us there, buddy. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you very much, man.
Right, next up on the list is the man that did take the stage victory. We had a chat with him a little bit earlier on. One, Mr. Clint Holtman. He said he thinks he can get up and take the win. Well, he did get the win there, although with the confusing lap count that just confused the hell out of us up here in the booth. But Clint, welcome everybody. How are you?
I'm confused too. That was a very yeah, that was a quite I don't know, bit crazy at the end there. I don't know I keep doing these crazy comebacks. Last week I disconnected, went 4 laps down. This week I got wrecked with 10 to go, and then so I ended up. I mean, it helps when the second place guy just drives it into turn 2 and just cleans out the leaders. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I obviously there was that incident at the beginning as well. To be honest, though, last week was at Darlington, mate. You know, if you could have gone 16 laps down, and you probably still would have finished on the lead lap by the end of it, because we had 17 plus cautions. But look, you know, going forward now, what's the ambition for Clint for this summer season? Where do we expect to see you come the end of it?
Well, I kind of looking at the schedule. I feel like I have pretty good pace at a lot of these tracks that we're going to. I really feel like I can contend for the championship in the summer here. I'm really excited for the road courses coming up, though I haven't really done a lot of laps at like Chicago, for example. But I'm excited to still do some testing there. But I love the road courses. I love a lot of the tracks on the schedule here, and I think I have a really good shot at contending for the championship this season.
I'm so excited for Chicago Street Circuit. You know, I'm a lover of NASCARs on road circuits.
Oh yeah, me too. It's my favorite thing to race in iRacing is NASCAR on road courses.
Oh, dude, to be honest with you, I was joking. It drives me absolutely insane. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it should be a fun one. For you going forward now, Charlotte next week, you know, you're part of the Orange Wheels. Nick said you set up strong for Charlotte. Do you think see yourself coming out in back-to-back victories?
I hope so. It's a bit of it's a home track for me at Charlotte. Feel obviously being one of those free tracks in iRacing, got a lot of laps there. And yeah, I guess it depends on how the setup feels. Like I kind of mentioned during I think the stage break there. I like a loose car, and the setup was definitely pretty loose. So if we get a loose setup, I feel pretty good. I can kind of drive a tight car, but I don't feel very comfortable doing that. So hoping that we get a loose car for Charlotte, and I feel like I have a pretty good shot at it then.
Yeah, well, good luck there, buddy. Out in the Charlotte to see how you get on. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, I just want to shout out my Orange Wheel Racing friends. And Nick, he got a lot of wrecks. Somehow finished second there. I know Andrew got through with a top 5. I feel for Norberg. He raced really well. He was like top 5 the whole race. Just a really bad way to lose a race there. Just can kind of, from my perspective, it looked like the second place kind of just cleaned him out, but I don't know. Yeah, so shout out to them for the support, and then shout out for y'all for putting on this race today.
Awesome stuff. Well, Clint, thanks so much for joining us there, buddy, and look forward to seeing you next week in Charlotte.
All right.
Take care. Oh, general consensus, Kenton, from them interviews is Norberg got run over.
I mean, there may be some bias there, as 2 of them are his teammates.
I agree, but you can see the perspective of where they're coming from with it.
No, 100%. It's hard to say. We did take a couple looks at the replay, but we don't have all of the data. That's something they'll have to look back on, and I'm assuming Dan Michel and Nordberg are both going to state their case. I still think no matter what, like I said, what happened, it was on Dan Michel. But when we were on board with him, it looked like he was actually on the brakes. It's not like he just like pinned it and said so long. So it'll be just one of those they'll take a look at it, see what happens, and penalties will get doled out as they should.
Awesome stuff. Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining myself up here and Kenton in the JPB booth as well. We're going to call it a day. The summer season is underway. Round 1 at Pocono has kicked us off. And as always, stay, like, subscribe, turn on the bells because we've got more action next week as we go to Charlotte. But thank you so much for joining me. I've been James Parfitt alongside Kenton Sportak. And as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.
You